Hello, I'm Archie Luxury. Welcome to the Archie Luxury channel. Today I'd like to go through some viewer emails, and I've been receiving quite a few emails lately. So let's kick it off. This is from Frederick Zero Constant. I think that's a bit of a inside joke there. Hi, I'm a junior assistant engineer executive making the transition into middle management, and I can't decide which Rolex to add to my collection of recent Rolexes. He's got a GMT Master 2 with ceramic bezel, Milgauss with green dial, or a Submariner with a ceramic bezel. Look, out of those three boring fuckers there, I tell you the truth, man, I'd just go and buy a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso. Much more stylish than any of those mass-produced pieces of shit. Okay, next one there. We've got a comment here. Man, do what the fuck you want with your money. Fuck everybody. I'm so fucking glad you did this video. Who the fuck are these people that tell you to give money to charity? You work for your money, you put your mind and your energy in earning money. Fuck them all. Why don't they go and do the same thing you do and see if they're okay with donating their sweat to fucking charity? Respect. Thanks, Urbadol. I share the sentiments. Okay. The next comment here. We're just waiting for this to load. Just waiting for it to load. I hope you enjoy these pictures here that I've posted. I like to post beautiful watches, and this is of course my gorgeous Patek Philippe Calatrava and my Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso. So that's why I've posted those pieces there. Okay, next email here. We've got one from Sid again. Geez, Sid's fucking sending me a few here. Hi Archie, Sid writing from Chicago once again. I have to comment on a video I recently viewed that you made about Tag Heuer watches, and I am so glad you did. I've never owned a Tag Heuer watch because, like you, I also feel like they are pieces of shit. Just a few years ago I got interested in watches and am a proud owner of a two-tone Rolex Datejust, which I picked up second hand, and for the price I paid for it I could have easily picked up a brand new Tag, Movado or Baume & Mercier or Tissot, etc. For a lack of knowledge about watches, something inside me told me to buy the used Rolex. It will be worth more money, and I'm so glad I did. It is my only luxury watch I own, and I'm currently saving up for another one. Not sure which one yet. I am leaning towards a Panerai or perhaps another Rolex. So for all the watch fans out there, take Archie's advice and stay away from the dog shit. Save up and grab yourself a quality piece, and remember. Okay, Sid, I just wanted to comment, stay away from the Panerai there. That's just a fucking Richmond rebranded piece of shit as well. Next watch to get, I'd be looking at Rolex Sports. If you've got a Datejust, get a Explorer 1 or Explorer 2. That'll be a nice variation in your collection. Okay, next email here. He goes, can you make an overview of straps and maybe deployment class? What to look out for? Who is reliable? Look, I gotta be honest with you there. You know, realistically, straps, you can only put a strap on if it's the official factory strap. I mean, I've fucked around with straps on Rolexes that I've owned, and at the end of the day, it just makes them look like a piece of shit. You know, you're probably best just to use the manufacturer's strap. Next one here goes, this is about my watch collecting rules for wearing a sports watch with a suit. Just a little bit opinionated, aren't you? While I agree with your position on Tag, I think you're blooming nuts to be so opinionated regarding a black dial sports watch. What about a black dial dress watch? Is that also a no-no in your book? Good point. Look, yeah, definitely I stand where I stand on the sports watch front, but on the dress watch, look, I think a dress watch with a black dial is a very special thing. In fact, Patek, in their in my Patek's a 5107. They've got the platinum version, which is a 5108. They've also got a 5107. and it's got a black dial. So yeah, no, I love the black dial on a dress watch, but on a sports watch, definitely not with the suit. That's the points there. Okay, next email. Dear Archie, I discovered your YouTube videos about a month ago, and I have truly enjoyed listening to your videos and learning about the world of watch collecting. I enjoy them despite your Amiga comments making me want to jump off a bridge, since I purchased an Amiga Seamaster Planet Ocean and now realize that a Speedy Pro would have been a much wiser choice. But I digress. I am writing to you in hopes of getting more perspective of deciding whether an IWC Portuguese Chrono or a Jaeger-LeCoultre Ultra Thin Moon 39 would be my first real watch. I certainly understand from listening to your video and reading many of the Watch Snobs columns that the JLC is clearly the more prestigious, exclusive and higher tier brand, but the JLC Moon 33 would not fit my lifestyle nearly as well as an IWC. I simply love the steel version of the IWC Portuguese Chrono with gold numerals. It's a classic design and could adapt well to being dressed up or dressed down. It fits my age of 26 and I could wear it nearly in every situation. However, the JLC is absolute beauty, pure class, and something to truly cherish for years to come. I would go with JLC, but I'm hung up on the fact that I'm not sure I would get to wear it enough to really appreciate a relationship with the watch. What are your thoughts? Does IWC have enough history and prestige to get the nod, or would I be better off with wearing a JLC on special occasions? In future, I'd like to get your thoughts on Nomos brand, a true independent making real in-house movement for under 5,000 US. And he goes on to say there, unlike the other fucker you mentioned in your video that didn't pay you for your input, I would be more than happy to send you 20 US. Let me know where to send it. Okay, let's have a talk about this. Okay, the IWC and the Jaeger-LeCoultre. Look, IWC, look, I got to be honest with you, I've never really warmed to the brand. The IWC Portuguese is a great model. I've got a friend who's got one, but I got to be honest, what IWC has done wrong is, in a lot of IWCs, they've just used a Valjoux or an ETA movement, and it's not a true in-house movement, and this is the problem. You've got to be so fucking careful with IWC. Look, Jaeger-LeCoultre, I think instead of getting the Ultra Thin Moon, why don't you get a fucking Reverso, for God's sake? That's a much better piece, more classic, iconic. I mean, that's the ultimate dress watch according to AskMen.com, and it's also it's an iconic sports watch. It was invented for polo players. Now, how could that not fit the fucking, the situation for every occasion? So, personally, the IWC is okay. I've never actually owned an IWC. I wore an IWC golf club for a while. Do a bit of a Google on that one. That's a rare fucker. But look, I've got to say, in all honesty, there, Jaeger-LeCoultre. If you've got a choice of getting a Jaeger-LeCoultre, fucking get a Jaeger-LeCoultre and get a Reverso, for fuck's sake. Nomos, stay away from pieces of shit. I mean, that's just fucked. I've never heard of this crap before. Whether you cough up the $20 or not remains to be seen, but yeah, that's my opinion. Okay, next one. Okay, and this is not all 7750s are equated equally. That's the ETA movement that fucking Breitling uses in heaps of watches. I'm not a horologist, but I know it's available all the way from unfinished to chrono spec. It's arguably the best chronometer unit in terms of easy servicing, reliability and cost. Companies like Ulysses Nardin and IWC buy the highest grade version and change some parts to make the movement more reliable. Some have likened the modifications to what AMG or Alpina do for cars, tune an already reliable workhorse. You want to know the fucking truth on 7750s? I think they're fucking noisy. I mean, I'll tell you something confidential. I got a boss, my current boss has got a Breitling Chronomat. It's got a 7750. Fuck, is that a noisy rotor in it? I mean, I've never, I had a Breitling Navitimer before. It also had a 7750 in it, and it just sucks. Absolutely sucks, that fucking movement. It's shit. Absolutely sucks, that fucking movement, and I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, how do I say to my boss that the Chronomat he's got is really nothing that flash? I mean, fuck, for that sort of money he spent on the Chronomat, I'd get a fucking Explorer 2 any day of the week. But yeah, that's just how it fucking goes, I'm afraid. It's that's the truth. So that's my advice. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you think, and please keep the emails coming. Thanks very much. Shit.